Want to start with a view of our Skycam, and yeah, this tells you all you need to know. The rain is being wind-driven into the camera. You can see it kind of shaking and bouncing around as we have a very warm temperature of 46 degrees right now. But look at those winds. Sustained wind, 25 miles per hour. That is only going to increase. You're looking at sustained winds down here, should be over 30 miles per hour. And then you factor gusts in that will be 10, 15, maybe even 20 miles per hour higher than that. Temperatures topping out in the 50s at some point overnight and then should start to fall tomorrow morning. So it's a little bit deceiving of a high temperature. We'll be hitting it shortly after midnight, and then it'll be much chillier tomorrow afternoon, where we would typically hit our afternoon high temperatures. That's 99% of our high temperatures are hit. There's a storm right here following a very active jet stream. We've got another storm to tell you about later on in the 7-day forecast, but we're obviously all focused on this one right now. The brunt has yet to come through. Along the cold front, there's a squall line of thunderstorms that is going to contain the highest wind gusts. But as that cold front is moving out into the open waters off the Virginia coastline, the Carolina coast up to the Delmarva, you're seeing wave heights 15 to 25, close to 30 feet. And we're already starting to see those swells. I mean, you saw what Josh was dealing with the wind down there. All that wind now coming out of the south direction is going to swell and push those waters, and we're going to start to see those waves building already. The buoy just south of Block Island Sound, 14 feet there. Look at these. I mean, 10-foot waves, Boston getting close to the harbor. These are not numbers you would typically see. And again, we have yet to see the highest winds. The only difference I think that you're seeing already double digits is because the winds were coming east-southeast for a while, and then they're going to start coming southwest. So eventually you're going to see probably this buoy near Nantucket eclipse those other buoys. Let's talk coastal flooding. Minor to moderate coastal flooding along the entire coastline, 1 to 2 feet. It's a coastal flood warning for South County, Rhode Island, into southeast Mass, New Bedford, Westport included in there. Once you get east of Buzzards Bay, it's a coastal flood advisory still, though you're going to see plenty of water in the streets. If you have basements along these areas that flood, you need to know your high tide times tomorrow morning. 6A to 12P is the range. It's a very broad range. It depends on where you are. I believe they're a little bit later in this section right here. Nantucket, not Nantucket, the Vineyard also has a coastal flood warning as well. And then storm warnings out here, 5 to 10 foot waves, Block Island Sound 10 to 20 as you get out towards the open waters. We're already starting to see those levels. Torrential rain continuing here. Look at these wind gusts, 50 to 60 plus miles per hour. Again, this is a short window, and by the time we get to about 5, 6 a.m., the back edge of the storm is moving through. The damage done at that point. We are anticipating, on top of what has already fallen, which has been about 1 to 1.5 inches, another 2 to 3 inches out there, some spots even higher than that. We will likely see some flash flooding tomorrow morning, and then all of that is going to start funneling down into the rivers when you account for that, general 3 to 6 inches in northern portions of our area of snow that fell over the weekend. Hard to judge that. It's certainly not an exact science, but combine all that together and look at this. We're facing major river flooding at the Pawtuxet down near Cranston, the same area that did so the week before Christmas back in December. We're looking at an over 14-foot crest here, and that would put it probably in this list, the top 5 list. We had the March 2010 event that was for 1 and 3 on our list, and then the December event this past year, that took over the number 2 spot, and who knows what this is going to take over. 53 tonight, heavy rain, strong winds. Again, here in the city, 20 to 40 sustained, gusting to over 50 as we head towards the pre-dawn hours. 54, again, is hit well earlier than it normally would be. That'll be falling through the day. Sun and clouds. It's going to be a pretty nice day tomorrow, but it will also be very breezy out there, maybe even an early passing shower before fully clearing out. Thursday and Friday, lots of sunshine. We're watching the river levels very closely. And then remember, I told you earlier about that little second storm that's moving into the Pacific Northwest right now. That comes through Friday night, maybe drops another 1 to 2 inches of rain. A little breezy. That's over on Saturday morning. I'm running out of breath, Nick Hoyt. We've got a break Sunday, Monday, and then we're watching for some snow by the middle of next week.